Hello there, it's Tito here. So in my previous video, I had looked at what you need for you to apply for a study permit. So today, I'm going to look at how to apply for a study permit. That's a Canadian study permit. So first things first, I told you you'd require a letter of acceptance or letter of offer from a school, a DLI school. I know by now you know what a DLI is. DLI is Designated Learning Institution. So once you have that, now the process of the visa begins. So for the visa, the payment is normally 250 Canadian dollars for a first timer. There's the fee for biometrics. That is normally, and the other fees for the study permit. They'll give you the 250. Biometrics is normally 80. And then I'm sure you are able to know the balance of the balance that remains for you to get 250 Canadian dollars. So biometrics is the total cost is 250 Canadian dollars, while the biometrics is 80. So it means the study permit is 170 Canadian dollars, but it varies. Just to be sure, for you to be sure, you go and check out the IRCC website. The website is the one type IRCC, and the website that has .ca at the end is the actual website for the Canadian IRCC. IRCC is a website for everything visa with regard to Canada. So you have your school. And now I told you the requirements you require is that have your proof of funds, have your information. So the proof of funds is normally require a bank statement. So you should have. The other thing that the forms which you fill when you want to fill your family information, that is you have to fill the name of your parents, your siblings, as well as the information. That means your name, your passport number. Have you ever been convicted of crime? Have you ever been in the army? Have you ever been convicted? Have you led a movement that caused demos or chaos in your country? So you actually want to know you as a person. That information there, you're also supposed to state the name of the school you are going to, the fee for the year, what is your projected expense, as well as the total fee, what is the funds available for you when you go there. So probably the information they normally need. The forms for the information that normally when you want to upload, want to fill them, they normally require for you to have a desktop or a computer that has Adobe Acrobat that enables you to view those documents and able to fill them. But in the instance whereby I know most of you have encountered this, you are not able to fill the forms. So what do? You go to your that form you're supposed to fill. The form is normally started with IMMI. Then there's the number. I can't remember the full name of that, but those forms you have to fill when you're applying for the visa. Usually with the forms for the family information, as well as that form for your people, the occupation. Yeah. So how do you fill that? So you go that form, you download the form. Once you download the form, now you fill it and then you upload the same form. Yeah, so that's how to go about it. So if you fill your information and then at the end of the application process, you are now supposed to initiate the payment. Payment is normally initiated by a credit card. So you should also have your credit cards for you to facilitate the payment process. So you have filled your information. Is that one would also want to ask? You find places where you're filling information, you're being told to sign. As this since now the process is digital, not a requirement, but at the end you are asked to write your name, the date. So that would be like you signing, because you have to confirm everything you have filled, so that at least make sure that is in order and the correct information. So you do that. You have your everything you need to fill. So you need your passport number, you need your school details, you need your projected income, projected expenses for when you are there. And also most important thing is one thing you normally ask. So you upload your the letter of the school, And there's something called co-op. Co-op is COOP. That is where the school require you to work as part of the learning. So if the school requires co-op, they require you to upload the school letter of acceptance, as well as just to show that co-op is the work there's a work requirement in your course. That's what it's called co-op. So you're also required to upload your passport, digital passport. Suppose you upload your passport, your bank statements, and anything that prove your funds. They also show assets, as well as property that you have, or the person sponsoring you has, and that helps in the proof of funds. The another part adds optional documents. It's good to also fill everything, upload everything, because it's optional, yes, but that's where you upload your statement of purpose. Statement of purpose is like your interview, because whatever you write there actually determines whether you are granted a visa or not. Because it's like, but the best way to approach that is everything right there is just to write everything about yourself, so that when the visa officer reads your statement of purpose, everything is very clear, so that the visa officer does not have any doubts about your intentions and you as a person. So fill it there, and then so it's very easy. So main thing I will notice mostly is the proof of funds. Like I told you, it's good to, if is the ideal situation is having the funds in your account. And if your sponsor, the sponsor is the one facilitating, the previous video I had uploaded, it has something on that, so go back and watch that, so that you are able to know what is being looked for in a proof of funds. So that's the process of study permit. So the waiting time normally is for my case. First time I applied, I waited for 2 months, 2 weeks. I got the feedback. So if you are refused, you're also given an alert, because there's an email address you enter in your details that they will send the response there. So, but also you can also be checking the progress when you just log into the same account. You can be checking the progress of your application. So probably for me it took 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 weeks. The second time I applied, it took only 2 weeks, so it can be fast, a bit faster or slow, depending on the backlog of the applications. So if you are told to go, so one also asks, do you upload your medicals, or you can do it later? For me, I think, from my opinion, I think it's just good to, if you are short on time, you can go for your medicals, then upload the medical reference number. Yeah, but just for what I did is that I applied without the medical. So if you are being told to you've been told they want your medicals, probably a person who did not upload the medicals. In most cases, you are the person who has been approved visa, unless in the medical report there is something that is a red flag. Can be those diseases that are thought to be contagious. So that can only be the reason why you will be denied after being told to submit your medical. So go for your medicals. After your medicals, you are now told to go take your passport to the BFS officer, the office that assists Canadian Embassy to forward the documents to them. So that's it. So that's the process of applying for study permit. So if you do have any questions regarding the visa, kindly comment and ask me in the comment section, and I really be glad if you can subscribe, like, comment, and thank you so much for the love. So with Canada, it's a very easy to apply for a study permit. So I will usually recommend that if you are in a position to apply for to yourself, it is the best scenario. But if you want, look for a very qualified person to apply, and make sure you are up to speed to everything that is filled in your application, so that you avoid minor errors which can be very major, and they normally cause you to get rejected. So that's it about the study permit process. uh, but feel free to reach out in case you have anything. So I'm really glad, and disclaimer is that I'm not an immigration consultant, but I'm a person who is usually very enthusiastic about helping my fellow people, persons, men and women to supply successfully to Canadian institutions and get their study permits approved. So you can do it. It's not so much of a big deal. So long as you know everything you need, you just apply and get approved. Thank you. I love you so much.